to it. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. It's not like I can feed my children colors or radiation. What are they thinking? I hope the mic sounds okay. It can. Oh, headline. Carrying limb technology. Curious bio. Intensely focused beam. It's probably best not to think it might be alive. Other room. While there's no guarantee that swords, bullets, or lasers will bounce off of it, there is an impressive makeshift armor. Armored bumper. Paddle tires. Let's see if we can make an alt. Carbon fiber. Make one carbon fiber. One time. Oh, hello, Trinity. Oh, right. Okay, got ya. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's because it doesn't have like an off switch, so I have to actually unplug it. So yeah, I've been quiet today, or quieter. Uh, to concentrate on stuff. But I beat Undermine too. Well, the demo. I beat the demo. It was like I thought. As soon as you beat that wall of slime thing, the demo finishes. But it's out July 22nd. I'll definitely be getting that. I did. I did, but I didn't stream it. I just decided to really focus on it this morning, and get it done. Um, Piercing resist. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, what I might do is after I finish Pacific, um, I might go and play Undermine 1, because I've not completed Undermine 1. Which, yeah, it'll be a little bit different. It's not quite as dynamic as the they've obviously made a lot of improvements with the second one. It's still a fantastic game. I love playing the first one. That I need. Um, yeah, it was a lot of fun. Uh, I ended up beating it with like 34 hit points to spare. I think one more hit and I would have been done. That would have been it. Which, I mean, to be honest, my runs from this morning, my PacificDrive runs have been touch and go, touch and go. The swamp really kicks my butt, and I think it probably is the equipment that I'm using, but honestly. Everybody's falling out with each other. Which, oh, Francis, no, don't. Like that. They're gonna need outside else. Well, I managed to... I managed to complete Tobias's quest. That he was trying to... He was being complicated. He was trying to please Francis. Trying to open up communication with Oppie. And I feel like it all kind of backfired on him, as these things often do. And then there's me out in the middle of nowhere going, okay guys, I understand there's a lot of history here. I do appreciate that it might be a bit difficult for you, but I might need some help. You know? Like, please don't get distracted. I'm hanging by a wire. Right. I think that's everything sorted with the car. Ow. I'm half inclined to... A trunk in the trunk. Extra large storage room. Augmented. You know what? I might need 3 more steel. Once you start like digging down into it, it is like it is really neat. I tend to be a bit single-minded when it comes to when I see that little tape flash up, for instance, on the map. I'm like, yes, I am now arriving there. Did you ever get anything falling from the sky in front of a zone lock storm? Have you ever had a cache fall from the sky? That was incredible. I've seen it appear at the edge of the map, like the little purple thing that just suddenly appears in the little yellow circle, but the other day it landed right in front of me. I also had like a little oh, what are they called? The little circles, one of the little arc devices just fell right on my head. Oh my god. Getting a bit harrowing. Yeah, I wouldn't mind opening up this highway. I think it's this one. Unless it's this one. Though I suppose... No, that one's all corrupted. I'll figure out what I want to do with that in a minute. Yes! Yeah, I've had random scrap. I've had... What have I had? Bunnies are just... I love using the bumper just as a bunny like tries to hit my car, because it launches it halfway across the map, and I get it's like taking a baseball bat to it, and it just makes me laugh. It just makes me giggle. Oh, and I need steel. Steel. I gotta start getting used to using the menu What are you doing? Oh no, I have got steel. My bumper saves lives. It really does. I love it. I mean, I like the bunnies. I think they're cool, but they are a pain. Just to make sure. This is petrol. I do need to... I put a better motor in the car and it drained the battery. Like, so I was setting off up to here. And I could only get like one stop before the battery drained like 3 times in the same spot. Oh no. Well, either it's a quirk or it's the engine, and it's totally the better engine. I got one of these ones, and it is cool. But yeah, it absolutely took apart my battery. So I need more battery power before I stick that back in. I see. That's the AMP one. That's for sure. That's the AMP one. So what I actually need is one of those. But the thing is that I got a starter engine, but it's an unusual one, so it's got a little star on it. Peculiar, but I don't know if that means that it might have a little bit more health or is a little bit harder to hurt. I suppose I could make the other engine and see. The only thing is that for the other engine I've not got enough parts. I need thermoscrap. Or thermosap. And do you know what? I have not found any since unlocking that engine. Wait a second. There we go. Look at that. That's gotta be better. That's gotta be better. Rearrange everything. Ooh. Now I've got a trunk. Actually, what do I need for the next craft mat? That would also... Where is the next craft? Advanced into... I know I've seen... There we go. Mobile workbench. It's not even opened yet. Ion shield. A far more effective solution than a wall of lead. Its field of charged particles captures and effectually neutralizes power hungry but life saving. Ah, corrupted energy. Okay. That's the next thing. An Olympium fragment. 10 of them. 10 of them. That's the third zone. Okay, good to know. At least I've opened up the way. Okay. Neon Reef. Teletype autoscript Arda reference Nugent M 1214 to 1010. At first I thought I was seeing things after, well, you know, after that incident where so many of us saw things and then they promptly told us never to talk about it. I figured this was just another hallucination, something else I shouldn't log or report. Like how we shouldn't talk about the things that chase us, or the files at Red Meadow, or the weird weather, or... I know, I'm getting off topic. Point is, whatever this stuff is, it both responds to and seems to create light. I think we're looking at something similar to glowing algae. Similar to those, dinoflagellates. I've got some notes here somewhere. I'm pretty sure this material is infused with neon? No, that can't be right. Anyway, my point is that I think we could actually use some of this stuff, and I'd really like to talk to Dr. Turner about this, but her office isn't taking calls. What's happened to her lately? Is she still in charge? Oh, take care! Thank you, Trinity. Have a good one. I'll not be very long. I'll nip over if you're still streaming. Good grief. Okay. Belching Barnacle. Arda briefing. Recorded March 26, 1966. Alright, people. First of all, we have to stop calling these things geysers. A geyser launches a jet of water, not gas. These things are blasting warm air and whatever goo this is. Got that? Have you got that? Second, whatever you do, do not try and enter one. These things go deep. Turns out the zone isn't just wrecking things above ground, and these are some kind of thin fissure resulting from the Earth's crust being scrambled up. They're blasting jets of warm air from as far down as the mantle. Third, these might not be entirely bad news. We think they're acting almost like a valve that prevents greater pressure from building. This may be why the geological activity we expect in the Pacific Northwest has decreased. We hope to know more soon. In the meantime, not geysers, okay? Stop calling them geysers, please. Huh? What did you say over there? Yeah, sure. They look like that. Call them barnacles, whatever. Telephone transcript, Central Exchange Monitoring, August 12th, 1964. Hi there! Dr. Cook, this is Tobias Barlow from Maintenance. I think I know why your field equipment is missing and, you're not going to like this. So me and a bunch of the folks doing requisition and inventory have been losing gear too, but also finding it again later, in different areas of the zone. We thought we lost some to high winds, and then some to, scrambling. But the weather's been pretty normal, and we realized the zone hasn't had a tantrum in a while. So we did a kind of stakeout. We left some old gear at a test site, and you won't believe it. These things are like gooey fireflies, or will-o'-the-wisps or something. They come out of the trees and kind of band together. They grab stuff like magpies and then pass it around like a football team. Anyway, I know you scientists want to know about this stuff, so I figured I'd take notes. There's, quite a lot. I did some sketches, took some numbers, and I repeated things. Like, in an experiment. I figured you might want to see, so mind if I drop this stuff by? Those pneumotubes are malfunctioning again. Aw, Tobias. Anchor obfuscation. Increased magnetic interference means that anchor signatures in this part of the zone are indistinct. It will be harder to precisely locate them. Fuel evaporation. An atmospheric anomaly in this part of the zone causes fuel to drain much faster than usual, as if it's evaporating into nothing. Free candy. It's cold but juicy, say Oppie's notes. That's a description that's both profoundly uncomfortable and yet utterly impossible to unhear. Ugh. Workbench. It's not as roomy as what you've got back in the auto shop, but it'll do. Bigfoot mural. One of a series of murals painted by Laura Cesari in 1962. A mural that foretold the coming of Bigfoot to the Olympic exclusion zone. Legend has it that Bigfoot was drawn by the anomalized mushrooms that grow in the mid-zone. Great Pileup mural. One of a series of murals, a mural depicting abandoned boats in a lake. It was told that a man was trapped inside the zone, and every time he tried to escape, he reappeared in yet another boat. The Inverting Doorway. A mural depicting a blue-framed door freestanding in the wilderness. It warns any who behold it to stay away from it. For when it opens, any living creature nearby is turned inside— What?! Ugh. Yikes. Shield. Parts lockers, pneumatic lockers. Repurposing the zone's various pneumatic retrieval systems, this isn't so much a storage locker itself as an interface for a small subterranean archive that sorts and stores whatever you present it with. Antennas. Getting salty. Sometimes it goes a little bit weird stuff. And I think that's because it's working with a controller it's actually happy with. Howdy grade. Car ain't big enough for the both of us. Wood ornaments. Wire replacement. Steering wheel. Right, frequency file. 4 part 1.
Researching Ophelia Turner's story feels like poking around the edges of a void. When I look directly at my subject, nothing appears to be there. But as I tease around the edges, a shape begins to emerge in the null space. It is with great journalistic integrity that I began to define those edges. But even then, it's tempting to fill in the spaces with good old-fashioned imagination. But hey, I knew what I was signing up for when I decided to unearth a decades-old mystery. Welcome back. This is episode 4 of Frequency File. In lieu of no one having a personal account of Ophelia Turner, we turn to more facts in the periphery. In this episode, I dig into ARDA, the government agency behind the research and development of limb technology, as well as the scant facts of limb technology itself. Bear with me as we depart the shores of known, connected facts and slingshot from one theory to another. By now, you're probably starting to gather what the problem was with the very concept of limb technology. The rumors about limb were healthy and far-reaching, that it could solve world hunger and overpopulation, that it had alchemical powers to convert matter from one form to another, or would finally plug the technological gap needed to realize the long-dreamed-of perpetual energy machines. Even for the scientifically disinclined like myself, it's easy to conclude that no one technology could fulfill all of mankind's wildest fantasies. And yet, here was limb technology, promising all those things in one swoop. And remember, any and all actual scientific detail about limb technology was kept absolutely airtight. Every schematic, lab note, and mathematical proof that was allegedly smuggled out of the zone or recreated from memory was dissected by experts around the world. All were found to be well outside the realm of reality. And those scattered claims of rogue limb technology out in the world, they were all red herrings. Nothing proven.
Okay. 3 of those that I'm gonna risk life and limb for. Anomaly studies, number 4. Articat reference, 2.79. Briefly, a widespread blight, a tiny flying anomaly would bore into oil or gasoline tank, seemingly drink from them. Rust-colored, about the size of a horsefly and fast-moving, these were common through the summer of 1962. Though tougher than an insect, most could be swatted or stomped on. Sightings are now extremely rare, but occasionally still logged. Reference 4.11. These long, thin, ice-like anomalies were found in clusters in trees and overhangs throughout the early 70s. Responsible for the majority of anomaly-related injuries at the time, they would cause serious contact burns and were easily dislodged by wind or movement. They were present during all types of weather and, if disturbed or manipulated, would quickly dissolve away into nothingness. None of them have been reported since 1975. Lab reports. Lab report 4. This is the real deal. This is how we truly make money from limb technology. Forget the physics. Forget the engineering. It's the chemistry. What we've got here is the secret to a host of new, more efficient catalysts. See, petroleum refining is dependent on a variety of catalysts, right? But there are a boatload of applications in everything from pharmaceuticals to biocatalysts. They are the secret ingredient in so many modern industrial processes that we have the key to lowering their activation energy to ludicrously low levels. Imagine how much the chemical and petroleum companies pay for this, and if ARDA won't sell it, then we should really... Wait, we shouldn't talk about this here. That's incredible. Okay. So, still alive. Fill up the car's battery. And then I think we're gonna go... We're just gonna go north. That's opened up a bit. Ooh! Excuse me. Huh. Yeah. I think I'm gonna go out to 2, then up to 3. I think. Just for a bit of a ride. Airstrips are stronger. Fuel evaporation in 4, which is a bummer. That's an exit gateway. Good. Glittering boulders are plentiful. E1. Battery zapping. A bit of a... Anomalous clouds. That's an exit gate. With enough anchor energy, summon a gate. So... Okay. Lead acid battery. This can't possibly be safe. Look at it! It's too big! It's too wobbly! It won't fit under the hood! It won't fit under the seat! This is a work of a maniac! High capacity battery. High capacity battery! Oh, probably don't think about how there's a huge heavy jury-rigged, largely untested assembly of plasma-enhanced chemicals thrumming away 1 meter behind you. Oh, that's for the back seat. I need more unstable energy. Leak-resistant battery, carefully engineered to prevent the buildup of discharge of liquids and gases. This power source also has a bonus of being waterproof. Solar panel. I don't see enough sunshine for this one. Really. I'm out too much at night. I really probably ought to invest in this one. Okay. See how that one does. Need more lead. Okay. I'm gonna try not to think about having a battery. Tank of gas in the... Yeah, I need to get something that I do need to do. Right. Oh. Crowbar shit. I'm gonna go get a cookie. 2 seconds. Okay. Me while I eat a cookie. Is that holding them there or charging them up? Oh. Oh, another one. Wake up. Cool. Ow. Awesome. There I am. Um. So if I want to play it safe, get stable energy out. But then I don't know if you can animal to try. Should do it for all that rain. Where is the road? Ow. Wow, this is... next? It'll evaporate. I do need to start getting. Oh, heard me. Oh, really? I hope that worked. Okay, right here. Just understand. Extended tool impact. Oh, thermosap crystal. That's what I want. I was looking. Oh, tree candy. Okay. Burp bunny. Oh, heck. Do it. I knew that was coming. Oops. Or let's see. Or that. Gravity situation. Ooh. I think that covers it, really. Ooh. Definitely want an anchor. The tape. What is this? Oh, true. Oh! I was not expecting to find that here. Maybe that's why. Nowhere? It's gonna be a bit touchy. Okay. 2 points. I am way too close to... Alright. try and get. To see when the maybe I'm just gonna have to get out with what we got. Oh, heck. Well. Oh, heck. Where have I ended up? Need to be. Yeah. Could have been worse. Not worse.
journey there. Hope you brought back some goodies.
I did. Back all the goodies. Sometimes you really pry it out of the park. Pry it out of park. Fatness. Okay. Newsflash, Seattle, August 17th, 1969. Air quality continues to suffer today as a result of the ongoing forest fires raging through the Olympic Peninsula. Despite growing concerns from state officials, ARDA have refused to grant firefighters the access to I need 100. 100 swamp coral. Gosh darn it. Lead platelet. Olympium. Stiff shirt. I want to save that carbon fiberglass for now. Although I can make more now. Acid raincoat. Sealed suit. Need a lot more marsh eggs as well. Need a lot more swamp core. Got junction reset. This device will allow you to scan or charge. Send a modified signal to the junction, scrambling it. Corrupted energy. Look, tiny bit. This magnetically enhanced antenna. Rapid refuel pump. sec. Bar. Oh. Up everything. Go. Rusty. Worn. Probably could. Huh. I bet I can put engine in. Liberate. I put that on? Weird. I didn't put that on there. that you... Find some more. Last. There? Does this look no better? Okay. There has to be a way that connects to that some wonder. What? Go there. There. Some of it's not letting you go to. Oh. Well, this is a mess. fast. That's a mess. None of that looks good. None of that looks great. Twisted Ember. Private field notes. Dr. A.F. Kingi. Date unknown. Typically, carbon only exhibits liquid properties at high temperatures and pressures, generally over 4,500 Kelvin and 100 atmospheres. A week ago, if you'd asked me about the conditions in which I expected it to exist, I would have presented these figures. But after what seemed to be a combination of mass illusions, seismic events, and radiation bursts, more and more of the zone is behaving differently. The environment, the weather, the substances, and elements themselves seem altered, as if mutated. In the woods west of our facility, what appears to be some form of liquid carbon flows like sap through many of the torched or petrified trees. Certainly, it is hot, but not so that it can't be collected and handled. Initial analysis show that it still behaves and reacts like carbon, but in this new form, it is also lighter, less dense, and yet also burns more efficiently. We have collected several liters for further study. Partial memo, source unknown, circa 1965. I think, at least, that we may have perfected the crystalline form of this strange new carbon sap. With Dr. Turner's focused electrostimulative limb induction, we can essentially grow crystals almost as casually if we were doing a high school homework assignment. Perhaps I'm exaggerating a little here. We still need to set up inductors on location, and they must be carefully monitored to avoid overgrowth, as we are not even close to observing consistent development. Still, the resource costs are low, and the rewards are plain. We can begin to compress and shape sap, before then collect and use the resulting crystals in a far greater quantities than ever. And the applications of this? It could be extraordinary. Burt Bunny. Memo. FAO. Dr. Patel. June 28th, 1965. We were right. The compound is organic. I'll transmit a full analysis shortly, but in the meantime, the acidic effects come from a solution that appears to be primarily a mix of formic and hydrochloric acid, while the gelatinous qualities come from a fatty substance that seems to include something very similar to palmitic acid. The mix is precisely balanced. Exactly how it is synthesized is a mystery. The closest comparison I can make right now is to insects that both create organic acids, though we both know that's a stretch. That also create organic acids, though we both know that's a stretch. Are we sure these things aren't alive? Telephone transcript, Central Exchange Monitoring, October 2nd, 1967. We nearly got him, Sally. We were within an inch of catching that notorious... that Scott guy. We almost did it, I swear to you. We're gonna triumph. It's whale song. How strange. Not the strangest, but certainly strange. Oh, where did that go? There he is. We almost did it. I swear to you, we were going to triumph where the regulars just can't. After 11 months hiding out in the zone, stealing cars, breaking into shelters, taking food. You know how we were going to do it? Anomalies! We used roadblocks to funnel him deeper to where we knew those beastly malfunction things were. And you know what they did? A whole pack of them descended on his car, right in front of us. His engine dies, his battery burns out, his steering locks. He ends up stuck there in the middle of the road with nothing but his regrets. And then somehow, he still gets away somehow, just melting into the darkness. I guess it didn't help that all of our cars started malfunctioning too. But that's not what matters. Mark my words, we'll catch him next time. Touch and go. This part of the zone is full of anomalies known for suddenly accelerating vehicles that they touch. The energies within this anchor, plus the effects of damage or aging, have made it volatile and extremely unpredictable. Is it useful to you? Yes. Is it dangerous? Absolutely. Probably don't think about how there's a huge, heavy, jury-rigged, largely untested assembly of plasma-enhanced chemicals swarming away 1 meter behind you. Rusty, worn, subtly split. Age and agitation have caused this tank to develop an ever-widening crack. You can expect it to start leaking at any moment, and unfortunately no amount of sealing will fix this fundamental flaw. A loose cover and a tiny tear are conspiring to make this unreliable place to keep your things. This is no longer a reliable container. Oh, I'd best change that then. Best change both of them. Right, 2.
So, what do all those rumors about limb technology leave us with? The most popular theory by far was that limb technology never existed. An elaborate yarn spun by opportunists to siphon government funds into their pockets. The demonstration from Dr. Ophelia Turner and President Koch was well within the ability of an amateur magician. And once again, Dr. Turner's lack of accomplishments in her academic career paint an easy portrait of a scientist eager for a win. That would slot Dr. Turner firmly in the myth camp. We may never be able to agree on what Lim was, or if it even existed. But we can certainly understand why its existence was necessary. The state of the world that existed needed to believe in something so fantastical. Here's my submission to the ever-growing theory pile. It is no coincidence that the year the zone was established was 1955. That year also marked the start of the space race. For that next decade, there is no hotter topic, no singular focus of effort and funding than beating the Soviets. With Sputnik's launch in 1957, followed by Gagarin's first brush with space in 1961, America fell behind with every passing year. Its desperation only increased with the very public explosion of Project Vanguard, America's first satellite launch attempt. And then, to go from not being able to get off the launch pad to 6 years later being the first to land a man on the moon, that is a whole lot of technological progress to make from a losing position. The timing of limb technology couldn't have been more perfect. The government springs into action, promoting limb while being simultaneously effusive and evasive, an American political specialty. The live demonstrations are few, the vagaries plenty, but there is a notable wave of professors vacating their spots at major universities to take on positions at ARDA. Some interesting fields of study from the bunch: experts in crop domestication, enclosed biological ecosystems, and radiobiology. What sounds like a child's tale begins to take on a shape that fits cleanly with the race to the stars. I will reiterate here, this is only my theory, but I dare say it's a good one.
think. Thank you for watching. I think it's probably going to be Sunday. The next time I stream, just to give myself a little bit of a break and to work on a few other things. But I hope you've enjoyed this. I have thoroughly enjoyed it. I have no idea how I'm going to get anywhere close to where I need to go next week. But we'll see. We'll see. Have a good night. Take care.